What up? Jeff here with all my Bitcoin Renegades, and this is the biggest week in Bitcoin history. We are going to $70,000 this week. I am going to stand by that. This is the biggest news that we have ever had when it comes to Bitcoin. We have a Bitcoin futures ETF. And when is it going into play? Well, today or tomorrow. Supposedly by tomorrow, but it was supposed to be by today, so we'll see. I just watched Wendy O, and she said that it's by tomorrow, and I believe Wendy because she's pretty smart. She does her research. Still do your own research, figure out when that's going to open. I never just say listen to one person, take their word for gold, even if it is Wendy and she's really smart. But yeah, I'm a new Wendy O fan. Her channel's blowing up quick. I don't know why I never used to watch her. I actually really enjoy her content, and she has a lot of good information about crypto. But so do we. So let's get right into it. Bitcoin closed over the highest level that it has ever closed above before, which is right about where we're sitting at right now. We closed at $61,000. Actually, we might have even closed, let's see, 5 o'clock yesterday. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. 5 o'clock. Oh, $61,530 at 5 o'clock last night, which is the weekly close on the week. And this is the highest weekly close that we have ever seen in Bitcoin, even when we went to 64,000 last time. So this is a giant indicator to me, us staying and sustaining this level for so long that, yeah, when that Bitcoin ETF goes into play, we're going to $70,000 that day. So I was hoping it was going to be today, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. I think we should still be at 62,000 right now and actually on our way to an all-time high. Instead, we hit 61.5 right where we closed above the weekly, and then we go down. So it seems like that is a bit of a resistance point for us right there, the weekly close now, which should be support because we closed above it, but we'll see. Things are looking awesome in Bitcoin. You see the government's trying to get involved and regulate everything. That means that this is here to stay. They have finally put their stamp of approval on it in the way that they want it, though. The government only allows you to do stuff in the way that they see fit. Now, as for altcoins this week, now that Bitcoin has reset a little bit, we're going to see the altcoins starting to gain momentum and start to gain a little bit of traction. And we could see a mini altcoin season before the huge Bitcoin pump. And then once Bitcoin goes to 70, 80,000 tomorrow or the next day, then when it retracts down to 70,000 or 65,000 where it stays probably the previous all-time high, which would be 64,490 or something, 64,490, 64,899. So that's pretty good. Right here, it looks like we're actually already there, but we're not. This is the peak. Actually, we are at a higher point right now than basically all of the other levels that we reached in the previous bull market. Wow, imagine that, guys. We are higher than every level except one, and we're sitting above it. It isn't just a peak that went up and then down. We're sustaining 61,000 plus. Now, I was going to do this video on altcoins as well. We're going to do an altcoin pick of the week video next video. This one's all about Bitcoin because guess what, guys? Bitcoin is the boss today. I have to just, go into this Bitcoin journey, guys. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my Bitcoin journey. I know you've probably heard a little bit of it before. I got into crypto about 16 months ago. It was the middle of the event that was going on about 16 months ago. I wasn't working full time. Things were kind of crazy in my life at that time. I was still waiting to see my daughter, that was adopted when she was 2 years old, a year and a half, 2 years old. I still hadn't seen her yet. I was, going through a lot of stuff in my life. And also financially, I was going to school. I was just doing a lot of things. I was still on Social Security disability because of my migraines. I have a long story that goes back. I have almost 11 years clean and sober now. Drugs made it hard for my physical health, and I was getting migraines for a long time. But anyway, it led me to Bitcoin and to crypto, and I started earning it playing games and taking surveys and whatever I could to earn some Satoshis, because all I was trying to do was stack up Satoshis. Well, now I have over 12,429,828 Satoshis now. And I was getting them 50, 100 at a time back in the day, and now I have 12 million Satoshis. And it's possible, and it's worth $7,000 right now, $7,600. And it's just a good time to be alive, good time to be in Bitcoin. I remember when we were still on this part of our run, and I wasn't sure what was going on because we didn't have any big blast offs like this. You see all these, kind of go up, reset, kind of go up, reset, go up a little bit, reset, go up a little more, dump. Oh, dump even more. Oh, then we hit, this is called the fake out, shake out before the breakout. That's exactly what that was. They faked everybody out. They shook all the weak hands, strong hands, every hand that they could get shook out, they did. I almost got shook out of the graph, guys. I almost took $1,000 or a $1,500 loss in the graph, but I didn't. That's a good thing. That's because Bitcoin came and saved the day. And yeah, so if we can close this next week above the all-time high, I can see us going to 80,000 to 100,000 in the next month or so. I was just watching BitBoy Crypto and Carl from the Moon. They did a collaboration, and they were saying if they had an all-time high, if Bitcoin has an all-time high about a month or 3 months after, I am agreeing with Carl, and except I think 1 month. I think 1 month after. Because the timeline matters, guys. In the previous bull cycles, you have to take those into account. Because everybody's saying, oh, this time's different, this time. Guys, it's Bitcoin still. Bitcoin didn't change to become Botcoin. It is still Bitcoin. You know what I mean? It didn't change, Botcoin, whatever. That's a bad name, but you know what I mean, right? It's the same thing. So why would it do something different this time? It's not gonna. It's just gonna do the same thing except multiplied. And so what we're gonna have happen is we're gonna have an all-time high, and we're gonna have it somewhere around November or December, early December, late November, because then we will have our altcoin season in December, early January, like we did last time. So to say that it's different this time, yes. To say that it's gonna change it that much, I don't think so. Not yet. Maybe in the next 4 or 8 years, but not this time. It's not ready for it. It will be in the next 4 years. It is ready now, but the world isn't ready for it. So just keep your eyes on Bitcoin. Excuse me. Tomorrow is going to be a very, very, very crucial level for Bitcoin. And it's going to be the best time to be alive in Bitcoin. Now, I want to go into some news before we stop. Check this out. Brazilians have acquired $4 billion in cryptocurrencies in 2021 alone. The central bank of wherever says. And then the crypto fund assets hit all-time high with US Bitcoin futures ETF on the cusp. Everything is going wild right now. You don't think there's going to be gigantic FOMO for every person with a heartbeat and a dollar bill? Oh, there's going to be. And it's going to be massive. And that's what's going to pump Bitcoin up to all-time highs that we've never seen before. Because even the people that weren't getting in last time when Bitcoin went to 64,000, they're getting in this time. There's a Bitcoin futures ETF in play. I mean, we're sitting $4,000 below the all-time high. How could everybody not get into Bitcoin? When we would go to 58 to 64 and then back down to 58, yeah, I could see a little bit of worry. But now we're sitting at 61,000. Come on, man. This is the times that we waited for, guys. This is what all of our hard-earned effort and a lot of those sleepless nights that we stayed awake with crypto and Bitcoin, they're all paying off now. So all you have to do is wait till tomorrow and just hodl, guys. Hodl through, these big price gains, and don't sell until we hit a top. Not financial advice, entertainment purposes, only common sense. But a lot of people are going to sell right now because they're like, oh, it's not going to go higher. This is just a fake out, and then it's like, it's a bull trap. This is just trapping all the bulls. They're all going to think that we're going to go higher, and then we're going to dump them. And I don't think that's going to happen. But look at the big blast off area that we do have. So we do have to be careful because it goes all the way from 41,000 to 61,000. That is a $20,000 pump. That's almost as big as when we dumped, guys. That line right there is basically this one over here. This line is basically this one on the way down. If I trap that exact line and put it over here, it would probably fit almost perfectly. That's the way it works. When you go down hard and you can actually come back up and touch that point again in the same bull market, oh, come on, man. Things are going amazing for crypto right now, and especially Bitcoin. We're making money, guys. This is why I got in that 16 months ago, and I just collected Satoshis. Hopefully, I'm going to be partnering with Express Crypto. When I do partner with my sponsors, I am not going to do any more phone videos, guys. I'm going to do very few, and if I do, I got to find a way to put my sponsors on the phone because I want to sponsor them on all my videos. Because I never know which videos are going to go to 1,000 views, and I want to give my sponsors as much promotion as possible. I'm not the greedy person that just like, oh yeah, sponsor me. I don't care about my sponsors, but you can sponsor me. No, I'm going to be the kind of guy that, man, you sponsor me, I'm going to put in work, man. I appreciate that kind of thing. I know you don't have to take a chance on me, but if you do, it'll be worth it for both of us. So we're going to do big things on this channel here. We're going to make lots of money. We're going to get lots of subscribers to follow, my playbook that I have. They can, join. It's not financial advice. Just always know that. You always have to do your own research before you take any kind of advice from anybody or even suggestions or whatever you want to call it. Not financial advice. Entertainment purposes only. Common sense. All right, guys. That being said, you know what time it is. Goodbye and good Bitcoin. Bang!